Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and today we're going to talk about dressing up like a Jedi on your trip to Galaxy's Edge. Either you're planning a trip to Galaxy's Edge and you're going to bring Jedi gear with you because you want to dress up and you want to get into it, or you're going to do like I did, you're going to wait until you get there and you're going to go to Black Spire Outfitters in the marketplace and you're going to buy your own Jedi Tunic. So in today's video we're going to take a look at it's actually the Sith Tunic. I bought the black one over the brown one. I'll probably get the brown one later. But we're going to look at the Sith Tunic, the Jedi Belt, because I bought the Jedi brown one. And there's a hood. It's like a Kylo Ren style Sith Hood that they sell there as well. And not only are we going to look at how it's made and like how the quality and how it fits and everything, but really, I'm a bigger guy. So I want to give you my perspective. I'll get a little belly pat. As a bigger guy, just to let other people know, because I know there's people of all shapes and sizes who want to go and buy these. Really, the only review I've seen on the tunics was from Sir James, and he's a smaller guy. So, like, you know, it's kind of cool to have both perspectives. So, first thing you got to know, there's a lot of confusion over this, and I've made mention in a few videos. Yes, you are allowed to dress up as an adult, but there are certain guidelines. Disney doesn't want you doing a full, exact character cosplay. They won't. Like, the channel Always Believe, friends to this channel, Ash dressed up like Dr. Aphra recently, and a cast member was like, hey, we recognize who you are as the character, maybe lose the goggles. So she was still dressed up very much like Dr. Aphra, but she had to lose some accessories so it wasn't too much. So there's this like fine line balance, but Disney Parks blog has great like reference info that says, yes, you can wear tunics, you can wear, you know, certain Star Wars-y looking things, vests and whatnot, but they don't want you to wear Jedi robes, long, droopy robes that would drag on the floor. Because they do sell at Black Spire Outfitters a Jedi robe. It's like $129, big, brown, beautiful robe. They also have the $200 Emperor robe, black. It's like gorgeous, really high quality. But you can't wear the robes in the park. So say it with me. Robes, no. Tunics, yes. Maybe that's a better way to do it. So yeah, no robes, yes tunics. Now, if you're under 14, anything goes. But again, if you're over 14, if you want to dress like a Jedi, you have to just kind of follow the guidelines. And they're a little vague. I get it, but still. Now, they don't actually sell pants. They'll sell you the top and everything else. And they even have a mannequin wearing pants. But they don't sell boots and they don't sell pants in the park. So for me personally, I found these at Walmart. These are like just cheap. I think I paid like 10 or 11 bucks each pair. And they're just like kind of, I don't know, they're just like really just cheap pants. But they have that kind of cool, you can see the little ruffly whatever knees, so they kind of have a Star Wars-y vibe. I went with that just because dope. I went with that just because I thought it would look good with the whole robe and everything. So I'm going to change into these, and then we're going to get putting on all the other pieces. Now, as you see, guys, I've got the tunic here. It does go. It kind of crosses your stomach here. It's two pieces. $69.99 is how much I paid for this. Should probably lose the hat, I guess. But $69.99 is how much it says, 70 bucks. And it comes with two pieces. It's the actual tunic portion itself. You can see my tunic. And also there's a little like cummerbund belt thing that goes around with it. Let me just make sure I've got all my flaps and flips and everything the right way. There we go. Because it has these tabards that kind of hang over, and then they get crossed over by that belt. They are sewn in right here at the shoulder, so I can't like pull it off. So the back ones will always stay that way. Makes sense? You get what I'm saying here? So I'm going to make sure I've got my little tabards pulled. I've got my droopy wizard sleeves. And there are two buttons. There's actually a button right here on the inside. Not sure how well you can see that. And then there's another little button clasp here at the end. Now those go to two corresponding buttons. One on the inside here on this flap and one over on this side. So we're going to take our first little button on the end, so you can see my shirt. This little one on my right is going to go to the innermost clasp on the inside. Pretty simple. There we go. And I would recommend wearing a dark shirt underneath with maybe not any logos or anything that goes too high because it will be seen, because the neck does droop a little bit. Now, when I first bought this, I actually bought a large XL. And I felt that the tunic portion fit me fine. It was just like regular large / XL, but I went and I got the bigger one. So the tunic was fine. The only part I didn't like was the belt that goes around. For me, that belt was just a little too small. And generally, I wear what is it? I'm like, as far as pants goes, even though it's not quite waist, the belt kind of sits more along your belly. But as far as pants goes, I generally wear a 40 or 42 is like my waist size. I say or because I'm like right in the middle, where 40s are sometimes a little too uncomfortable, but a 42 is like too baggy, so I'm like right in the middle, but they don't make 41. So that's kind of my own size, just so you know where I'm coming from. I'm about 5'8", about 255 pounds, big guy. So just so you know, this is what we're working with. I had to go with the 2XL, 2XL to 3XL, and it is big. It is very big, and I have a lot of room here, so it's not tight by any means. It does droop. It is definitely going to be comfortable for someone who wears a 3XL. But again, the large XL was comfortable. I felt that was fine for the tunic, but when it comes to the belt portion, when I put it on, I was like, that's just a little too tight, and I figured I would just upgrade and get the whole, just go with a little bit bigger. And it was the same price, $69.99. So, to show you this other piece. Now, I messed up. I messed mine up. When I got home from the trip when I bought this, I accidentally threw this in the dryer. This is not machine washable. This is hand wash only and like hang dry. And this went in with my regular, all of my regular laundry. And I kind of messed this thing up. I call it like a little cummerbund because it goes around your waist, right here. But originally, it had these really cool folds in it, and it looked like it was pressed really nice. I lost those folds. Those folds no longer happen on mine. So just be very careful. I didn't realize this was in my laundry, and I just emptied my suitcase, and then boom, everything got washed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my little tabards a little closer down the middle. There we go, there we go. And then I'm going to take this thing, and I'm actually going to put it on backwards and then rotate it around my stomach, because I think that will work a little bit better. Maybe. We will see. We shall see. Because it is hard with these droopy sleeves. They definitely get in the way. So I usually try to like lift up the sleeves. See my white arms? Lift up the sleeves a bit. There we go. We can kind of just get these little clasps on. And again, this fits both ways for me. There's two levels of clasps. There's one on one end, and then there's one a little bit further. I don't know if you guys can see both, but I've got it stuck on one. Oh, actually, I did both. But either way, it gives a lot of stretch. There we go. So there's one layer, there's two layers. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate it all the way around my body. I'm going to make sure my little tabards come back and don't get pulled. There we go. And again, this sits more on the belly, not so much on the waist. Make sure my tabards look good. Shoulders are nice and firm and pointy. These things are pulled down. Nothing's too bunched. This is my whole thing. I want these to look right. They look good. Coming down at the bottom. Whoa. Now, this, what you're looking at, is $70. This is it. Kind of a little back view. Normally that costs extra, but there we go. So it fits fine. I feel comfortable. It's not too heavy. It's actually pretty light material. So walking around the park, even on a warm day, it's not bad. It's really not bad. So the next part I'm going to show you guys is the belt. Now let's talk about the Jedi Belt. Now this is a really cool, high quality belt. This thing is nice. It's also $60, $59.99. Now this, I did not have to exchange this. I just got it in one size, because this size goes a bit bigger. This, I believe, is XL, 2XL, and 3XL. This kind of covers all the bases. It is a Velcro back, but it is a big belt. The clasps actually do work. Like if I wanted to unclasp this, I could. It doesn't really do anything because it's sewn in at these little brackets, or whatever you want to call them. They're kind of like screws, but it actually is sewn in right there. So undoing this really does nothing. See if I can get it back in there. There's no, like, it's cool that it does come apart, but there's no reason for it to at all. And there is some room there on the sides. Mine's getting a little stretched just from, see, it's kind of bunching a little bit. But once it's on, it'll be better. But yeah, it's a pretty comfortable belt. It does come with this little pouch that kind of slides. You can remove it if you want, if you don't like it. And again, this has it's a real pouch. Not quite big enough for a cell phone. My phone doesn't fit and close, and I have an iPhone XS. So close that back up. It is like a fake leather, and it's, again, really well made. I'm going to kind of see if I can, oh no, this always happens. If my sleeves aren't up high enough, the Velcro gets caught. So I'm going to do it backwards to frontwards again. Just because it's a little bit easier to put on that way. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Now this you do want on pretty tight. Let's see how well we can get this going. Let's see. Step back, show you what I'm working with here. And then you can slide this thing over the Velcro and it hides where the Velcro portion is. And then you can take that, rotate it, and you've got yourself a nice little Jedi belt. Now, for an extra $17.99 over at Doc Ondar's, they do sell this clip. It is a little Jedi. It's like a CoverTech wheel clip. If you have a CoverTech lightsaber, it just slides right in. In fact, let me grab one for you and show you. Here we go. Got a lightsaber. And see that little wheel right there? That wheel will just go right in there. Boop. And this can go on your belt. You can kind of just stick it in there. And this will stay on your side or wherever you want to put it. Better. Now, this belt clip for $17.99, also in case you have a D-ring, it's got this little metal piece. See that little metal piece right there? That thing slides down and you can just hook in a D-ring. And again, same thing. It can just live right on your belt. Again, I'm going to clip mine right in here. There we go. In fact, let's just wear it, make sure everything's tight. Boom, easy on. You push the two buttons, easy off. Now again, I'm feeling pretty good. This is a hot room. There's a lot of lights in here. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 lights going on right now. And it's a warm room, but I actually still feel okay in this. It feels very light, very airy, very Jedi. Now the last part, this is going to add some heat. This is also $60. This is as much. This hood costs as much as the whole tunic. It's a lot. It is a lot. But this is a hood. They sell it's a Kylo Ren style hood. You'll see how it looks in just a second. This is just the size adult. It just says adult. There was adult ones and there was child ones. I didn't really get much option as far as that goes. And really, it's kind of like a little mini cape. You can kind of see that it's going to droop on my back. So I'm going to put the hood portion on first. Hood. There we go, hood. And there is a little clasp that goes around the front. I think. Somewhere. There is something. There we go. There's this little tiny button clasp here that should go to the inside. So I'll go from my left to my right. There we go. And that's going to go along the front. Looks good, feels good. Get any little lint balls off there. And there's this long like piece that just hangs. I like throwing that over the front and over my shoulder. I honestly don't even know if that's supposed to be how it's worn, but I feel like it looks better that way. So if you don't want to go full-on robe, you can get just this top hood part. And it'll definitely add to your whole look. You can see it kind of droops down the back there. But yeah, I like this. I think the texture of this fabric is really cool. You can see some of it there. It's nice. It's really nice. But again, then you have your hood. Or if you want to just leave it back, it still gives you like a really, just an overall, a cooler look having your neck full like that. But guys, that is the official, this is the Galaxy's Edge. This is all the Galaxy's Edge Sith kind of stuff you can wear in the park. You're allowed to wear all of these things in the park. Now this will set you back $70 for the tunic, $70 for the hood, so $140 already, and then another $60 for the belt. So $200 right there, plus $17 for the belt clip. So $220 plus tax. Let's just say $250 is a good estimate for all of this that I've got on right now, not including a $200 lightsaber. Wow, this is a very expensive getup. But I feel good. In the park, it lets you kind of play a little bit more. I basically wore this to the last lightsaber meetup, which was insane. And if you really want to get into it, even us bigger guys, we can dress up too. We can have a good time. And there you go. You guys can kind of see how like far down this thing droops? It really does. Like the tabards really go far. You can kind of see. There we go. Give you a full back view there. Make sure it's pulled down. Goes right around the butt. Yeah, I like this. Good quality. Just don't machine wash it. Don't put it in the dryer on accident. In fact, yesterday I was just sitting here in my office with the hood on, and my wife walked in. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I'm just wearing the Jedi hood, or the Sith. It's kind of like a Kylo Ren style hood. But you will see me at Celebration wearing this at least one day, for sure. Now, guys, I want to do a review on the Resistance pilot outfit, as well as I want to do a future video where we look at this, we look at me dressed up like this, and we also look at me using just stuff I found on Amazon to do a Disney bound just using normal clothes. And I want to know your thoughts and see how they stack up and compare to each other. But that's going to be on a future video. I think I'm actually just going to go and record that right now. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Thumbs up the video if you like the info. Share it with a friend. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Reddit. Share it everywhere you can share it. If you know anybody who's been curious about the Galaxy's Edge Tunics, Hood, Jedi Belt, and accessories, let them know. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know I love you. Until next time, may the Force have with you. Goodbye forever.